Okay. A very common thing na nangyayari when I try to debunk a claim from a Christian. So, let me give you an example. So, sa last na video ko, I tried to read a a verse na sinasabi ng isang commenter na nauna daw na discover ng Bible ang dark matter before the scientists even discovered them. That's a claim. That's a claim, no one claimed like that na Kristiyano, na Muslim. Hindi nag-claim yung mga Hindus about that particularly. So, if you claim something as true, you have to provide evidence, That's the burden of proof. Ikaw yung may ikaw yung responsable sa pag-prove ng sinasabi mo na totoo. I would do that as well if I claim something. So if I claim na walang Diyos, I have the burden of proof to prove na wala talagang Diyos. Now the big question is, did I have that claim? Did I say anywhere in my video na no gods exist? Di ba wala? So if I have specific claims about, for example, if I say that your God is bullshit, which I have said multiple times, I can give examples how bullshit your God is, or how not true your religion is. I can give examples if there's a chance that I would be able to share them. But since ang usapan is yun yung very example na sinabi niya na it's proof daw na may alam na yung mga creators ng Bible, because the Bible that they believed in, the book that they believed in, already know about dark matter. Therefore, it's true. But turns out hindi pala dark matter yung hindi pala dark matter yung pinag-uusapan sa verses na shinare ni Christian. And hindi pala, it's nothing related to dark matter. And his response is, then saan tayo galing? Galing tayo sa unggoy. Grabe na ba galing tayo sa unggoy? Naniniwala kayo sa Big Bang? Naniniwala kayo sa evolution? Don't be like that. Don't be the person na nadiderail ang usapan. I'm sure we all want to have a very good conversation, and there's a lot of topic that we have to talk about kasi nga maraming dapat pag-usapan. Pero don't overwhelm the person that you're talking to, just one step at a time. So my tip is, if I said na hindi naman dark matter ang pinag-uusapan sa verse, you would then say na hindi, dark matter yung pinag-uusapan nila. Let me give you more examples how they're talking about dark matter, and let me give you more examples why the Bible knows about science before the scientists discovered certain mga discoveries. That's how you should respond. If you can't, if if you somehow agree to sa mga na-debunk ko sa'yo, if agree ka na, hey, wait, tama nga, parang hindi nga dark matter, mali nga ako sa na-share kong Bible verses, then you wouldn't, kanya-kanya tayo ng personality, you wouldn't probably say that you were wrong. You would insist that you're right. But don't come here and say na, then where are things come from? Here's the thing. Matagal kaming nag-decide to become atheist, to label ourselves atheist, because nakakatakot mag-start ng life na iiwan namin lahat yung mga stuff that we believed were true. Nakakatakot. It's really scary. It's really scary to switch from believing that we're created by God, that there's heaven and hell. That's on top of the fact that we have a community. When we were believers, we have church friends. We have the church. we have the priests, we have the pastors, and we have the community, the neighbors. And suddenly, bigla kang hindi papasok sa church. It's a very, 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 it's a very serious na decision that you'll make kasi maraming mababago. Maraming mga friends na hindi ka napapansinin. Maraming mga tao sa community mo na hindi ka nare-respetuin kasi suddenly hindi ka na naniniwala sa mga pinaniniwalaan nila. Hindi. The funny thing is, ganito kasi yung response mo, that if there is no God, then where did we came from? I don't fucking know. We don't fucking know. Any atheist don't fucking know where we all came from. I know where I come from. I come from my mom. My mom comes from her mom and dad. Her mom and dad comes from, and so on and so forth, and the rest is history. That's how far I can go. You created a story that there's this fucking powerful entity that created everything. I was created from dust. Eve was created from from Adam's rib. There was a talking snake and every other stories that your Bible was able to. I believed all those shit, man, when I was growing up. So wala akong ibang alam how 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 we all came from. I know we came from God. That's what my previous idea was. And now that I learned na marami palang hindi solid ang foundation ng Bible, hindi pala ito pulido sa pagkagawa ng mga arguments niya, kulang-kulang palang mga evidences, ang dami pang mga inconsistencies sa book. And now that I'm an atheist, suddenly alam ko na lahat? Hindi, wala pa din akong alam sa mga katanungan na walang alam pa tayo lahat. I'm sure you know that we all came from God. I'm sure you know na we will go to heaven or some of us will go to hell. I'm sure you know. But don't ask me those kinds of questions because I don't. And I'm okay with answers now. I'm okay with responding to you na I honestly don't know. I mean, it's a very liberating feeling to say to you that I don't know stuff simply because I don't know. I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to create stories to you. And that's making a good impression. I'm already not lying to you with that simple na question. I'm not making shit up. So there's a big chance that I could not be lying on certain things. Hindi ako naglalay. I could be a liar right now. Could be a terrible son to my parents. But at least I'm not lying on that part. So that's my response. Instead kasi na kami yung papagodin ninyo ng burden of proof, ipapasa ninyo yung shifting the burden of proof kasi ang tawag dyan. Instead na ipapasa ninyo sa akin yung burden to prove stuff that I didn't claim in the first place, sagutin ninyo yung mga criticisms ko. Was I correct in debunking you about your sinasabi mo na yung mga verses na binigay mo is about dark matter? Was I wrong when I said na it's nothing about that dark matter? It's just talking about darkness and stars and a person that's being casted out of society because he must have done something wrong. Was I wrong about that? Yun dapat yung response mo, hindi yung di saan tayo galing tayo sa, that's you having a hard time believing the other stories. There's a story kasi, there's a different story besides your creation. There's this theory of evolution. It is a story of how there are many species here on earth. It is a story that's also worthy of you learning about it. I've learned about creation. Go ahead and learn about the theory of evolution by Charles Darwin, not through your pastors and priests, because I'm sure they don't have any fucking idea what it is. I've said this many times. yung sikat na Bible na yung sikat na mga videos ni Eli Soriano debunking the atheists na naniniwala kuno kay Charles Darwin. He's just really good at stunning people, at making people there are a lot of people that are very intimidating, no? I know a lot of them even in the scene now. And atheist versus theist, there are a lot. It doesn't mean na pag na-stun ako, tama na yun si Eli Soriano. It just means I'm not experienced with debates, and he is. And it doesn't mean na tama siya and mali ako. I'm comfortable in debunking him kasi wala yung pressure eh. Wala yung pressure na may mga audiences. And if I'm wrong, you can debunk me. That's how it goes. So madami siyang mali about evolution. Ang dami niyang mga maling information about it. So don't learn evolution from Brother Eli Soriano because he is not a biologist. Go learn about the theory from the book itself, from Darwin's book, from biology professors. Learn from them. Not from me, not from Eli Soriano. But I'm sure, even though with my limited understanding sa theory of evolution, I'm sure ang dami niyang maling alam about evolution. I thought he was correct at first when I was a younger atheist. I tried to avoid him kasi uncomfortable ako sa mga arguments niya kasi it was very, very sound at that time. But when I learned new stuff, I learned new tools, I learned how to argue better, I learned how to spot fallacies, I became better, and I was able to spot his mistakes, and nakikita ko na yung lie, nakikita ko na yung mga mali, and hindi siya impressive. So I hope na you learn evolution, the other stories that you are uncomfortable, that you are trying your best to avoid. Learn it, not from pastors again, but from the books. So yun. So alam ko na excited ka ding malaman ano ang perspective namin sa about where we come from. I'm sorry, we didn't become an atheist because we have created a different story about how everything came to be. No. Ang nangyari is we believed, we had faith, we read your books, we read the Bible, we were a believer, but then we learned new stuff, applied those tools that we've discovered, applied the methods that we've discovered to that same stuff that we previously believed in, and then hindi siya nagstand sa criticism. Hindi siya nagstand sa mga new tools na ginagamit ko. If you want to learn what those tools are, they're just very simple. Ang pag-require ng evidence, ang pag-require ng data, ang tamang pag-argue, ang pag-spot ng mga fallacies. Yun lang. And yun na-figure out ko na hindi pala ito very convincing. So I should leave this. Where I am now, I'm no longer a theist. I'm no longer believing in what you are believing, but hindi ikaw suddenly na naniniwala na totoong may aliens or totoong galing lang tayo sa simulation and robots. Man, I don't know. There could be a God which I haven't hindi ko pa na discover yet, like may definition pala, may description pala, may evidence pala for that God. But I'm pretty sure that the Christian God, the Muslim God, the Hindu God, and all the other gods that I'm already exposed to is nothing but stories.